So it's safe to know who's gonna be in the knockouts. I'm gonna make a power rankings video. Number one, you gotta start out with France because they're the defending World Cup champion, and they drew. They got 3 points with the help of an own goal, but you got a winning formula. You let possession go to waste. You get a little tired up front instead of sitting back, and then boom, that's when they go in the counter. They won the World Cup. They are the team of the world until they lose. So France is number one. And number two is going to be Portugal, the defending holders of the cup. They did it defensively. They've got Bernardo Silva. They got Ronaldo. They got Yoda. They got João Felix. He's overrated, but he's young. But he's got some time. Overall, you're going to find a lot of quality on Portugal. I think this manager is not going to allow them to open up. You got to do something differently when you're more talented than the 2016 team. But Portugal did beat France in the Euro finals, so number two is going to be Portugal. Number three, I got the semifinal loser in the World Cup to France. It was a 1-0 win for France. Golden generation that's looking to win some silverware. De Bruyne, Hazard on his best day, Thorgan Hazard, Romelu Lukaku playing like a Ballon d'Or. Not too quick on their feet, but lots of experience together. Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen get some help from the fullbacks like Thorgan Hazard. They got to keep themselves really busy. Belgium at number three, the last chance to win the trophy. Belgium will be motivated to show why they can beat France or Portugal, but they're on the easy side of the bracket. Well, I don't know how the bracket's going to stack up yet, but I'm going to get to there. Number four, the Azzurri are back. Maybe not that cutting edge experience. They're not playing Moise Kean and Federico Chiesa up front yet. These guys are the future. They are world class. Italy will have a better finisher up front. They probably won't play Chiesa, and Kean is not on the squad, but they have among the best midfields in the world. They look very powerful on the counter. They play a lot differently. Chiellini got injured, it looks like, in the last game. They will find their best defender for the future. But Italy is on the rise. They're going to be much more in their primes, in their mid-20s, and some of these guys, they're going to be in their early 30s in 2024. When Belgium's on the out, when Ronaldo's done, look out for the Azzurri. They are the future, the kings of Europe. In the future, once again, the Italians are on the rise, but they won't win the competition this year. Many people have them as a dark horse, but look out for Gianluigi Donnarumma in the Azzurri in the future. They will try to win another trophy at Germany in 2024. Number 5. Definitely did not put England at number 5. Netherlands are leaky from the back. So number 5 is Germany because you have like Kroos, you got Havertz, you got Serge Gnabry. There's still plenty of quality, and they did win the tournament in '96 when it was last at London. So I got to go say that Germany has made it to the final in 2008. It may have been because Italy lost the final in 2012. They still made it to the semifinals and lost to France in the last Euro. So based on the experience in the tournament, they've never really gone through The narrative is that Germany's going to try to win a trophy, but ultimately, Team Glow is going to be out on a low, no pun intended. But they did win today against Portugal. So Germany at number 5. This is a tournament where you could say Team Y has got this guy and this guy and this guy, but you can say that for 6, 7 teams in this tournament. This without the golden generation Spanish. And you saw that France went on the last Euro, and Portugal played the way that they did. Even if you don't play your best in a group match, doesn't count you out of the tournament. So I got Germany at number 5. I've got Netherlands at 6. I think I struggle the most with number 6 and number 7. Memphis Depay and Mathis de Ligt. The injury to Virgil van Dijk. They still got De Ligt at the back. De Vrij of Inter Milan. People don't talk about. Van der Beek is out. The Man United midfielder. But what do you got? The midfielder who plays for Barcelona. What do you call him? I think De Jong is a striker, but there's another midfielder that plays for Barcelona. My point is when you have Jorginho Wijnaldum, when you got the experience to make it to World Cup final, to win the Euro, they did not play another final, I believe. They finished like bronze in the Euro a couple of times or whatever in the 2000s. They got another ones at number 6. In number 7, you win the World Cup in 1966. You never made it to a Euro final. You lose 0-0. You draw 0-0 to Scotland. England are absolute trash. They are rubbish. These guys care more about kneeling than playing for their country. What a joke. The 3 losers. It was a rigged match for Colombia. Colombia got shafted. Who did they play? Sweden? It was one of the most mediocre runs to the World Cup semifinals that I've ever saw. It's coming home. And then Croatia dealt the blow to England. England are rubbish. Why am I making such a big deal about that? Most people in England don't have high expectations for England. I give the English credit, but it's this stupid English-speaking media that overhypes these guys every single year. They're only good because they look good than they are, because in the Premier League they get all the best players from all around the world, from South America, from Belgium, from Italy, from France, from Portugal. Bunch of imports. England are rubbish. They care more about kneeling than the 3 Lions. They're the 3 losers. A rigged goal in the 57th minute. England look like rubbish right now. They're incompetent. And I'm going to hear the noise that Gareth Southgate has taken this group so he can avoid Portugal or France. Now, that is a weak-minded mentality that no matter what, you're going to face off against the best in the Euro tournament. So what you tell me, you're trying to play for a semifinal spot? You're going to have to play France and Portugal along the way anyways if they're truly the best team in the world. This is mediocre mentality for England. Absolute rubbish. What makes sense avoiding them if you're going to play against them anyways? Don't you want to play against the best? That makes you look like a bunch of wankers. Bunch of pussies. They've never made it to a Euro final before. They've hosted in 96. Gareth Southgate missed the penalty. It's every single tournament. It's every single 4 years. Every 2 years, when you rotate the Euro in the World Cup, it's every single year. I'm sorry. England won the World Cup in 1966. Many World Cup hosts won the World Cup. France, 98. Italy, before World War II. The World Cup at Uruguay. It was like Uruguay or Argentina. It may have been Uruguay that won the first World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. It was like 1932, I think it was. But generally, if you're a host country, you do very well in the World Cup. And then there are countries like France and Brazil and Italy and Germany and Argentina that have won it outside of home soil. I'm sorry, mate. England, the fans don't have high expectations for England. I think they need to stop with this kneeling nonsense, because you've made your point a month or two after what happened with George Floyd, and you just got to unite the country. And I don't give a sense that England is united enough, or these players have enough pride to win with their country. It's the same story for England all over and over and over again. I don't know if I saved the best for last at all, because England will certainly try to make it to the final. Gareth Southgate is the winningest coach in England's history. But is it paper over cracks? Absolutely. Sweden and Colombia, this is paper over cracks. How can England do against a top nation? This isn't the same Croatia team that we saw. Anyways, my rant is over. It'd be justified if England. I think, you know what? I don't think England's gonna make the final. I'm gonna stick with my original Belgium against the other ones. But knowing how rigged UEFA is, it won't surprise me if England are in the semifinals. If you're losing money from Brexit, maybe you got to have 4 countries from outside. What if we see the Brexit narrative playing out for the Euro? I mean, if you don't know already, after the rankings video, Belgium's my pick, but there's a very clear ranking system to put France and Portugal, because they won the silverware. They're going to go out and prove why they're the best. They play in the group of death. And then it's really tight. Italy can make a case. You can make a case for Germany. You can make a case for, for Belgium. It's pretty... I think there's a clear winner, but this tournament is lots and lots and lots of parity. You can't just go off of names. You got to go off of other factors like experience and, cutting edge. And, it's hard to see France win a tournament in England. I mean, I think definitely UEFA is rigged, and the FIFA organizations are corrupt. When you see, you see some of these countries, they always win at the same country that they play at tournaments. You got to wonder how rigged it really is. I've seen a lot of rigged officiating right now, so you got to go see how the refs are like too throughout the rest of the tourney.